Um, a little bit, well, very disappointed in how we came out today. Um, I went into this with a week of preparation and talked about what I saw in DePaul and what I thought their team was. Don't look at their record. I'm watching them. They're scoring points. They shoot the ball at a high percentage. They shoot the three at a high percentage. They play with energy. They fight. Um, and so we went out and every day we prepare for that. Then we get in the game, and to me, it felt like we played for ourselves, not for Louisville. That's a problem. And no, nothing against DePaul. They played a really good game. They did what they typically do, um, and we didn't handle it. I thought we did in the second half things pretty decent, but we dug ourselves a hole, and it was hard to get out of. Questions?
Kenny, how frustrating or disappointing is it to see some of it's like one step forward, two steps back kind of situation with the zone, with the last shot of the half and awareness situation?
Very disappointing. You know, I can tell you that we work on the zone every day for 20 minutes to start practice, and the ball is zipping around, and we get good shots, and we make them, and we get the ball in gaps, and we drive it, and we do it confidently to where when the team plays us zone, I'm expecting to see the same thing. Um, but also, more than just the zone, the mentality of no matter what somebody throws at us, we have to handle. The mentality of I'm playing for Louisville. I'm not playing for myself. Not just one player, multiple players. That's probably the most disappointing, and that's on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, it was a tough game for Trey. I think he made one shot there, maybe two or three there during the closing minutes. During the first half, he pulled him off, and he said he was forcing shots. How do you get him to try to, as you talked about, how to keep off this pressure, just play for others versus playing for himself?
Well, Trey's a good player. Trey's a caring player. But Trey is learning about himself, to be honest with you, and he's learning um, what is he to this team. He's vital. He's vital. And you have to play with a confidence and with a security in knowing you're a good player and that you may go stretches where you don't shoot the ball. But you're so talented, you can get something in transition. You can get an offensive rebound. You can get a foul. There are so many things that you can do as a player that you don't need the ball in your hands to play and force and just try to force your way into getting a good shot. It doesn't work that way. He's learning that. Um, I love Trey. He's vital to this team, vital to this program. I need him to be great, um, but also I need him to understand the responsibility of being one of the best players on this team, and not just him.
And also wanted to ask about Caleb. This was his first start tonight. JJ was injured. But what did you see from him? He finished with 12 minutes. It seemed like he was he didn't do much during the game in terms of, I typically starters were playing more minutes. And then what led you to, A, giving him the start, and then B, kind of, rating in his minutes throughout the game?
Well, when JJ said he couldn't go, he's the next man up. And so we gave him an opportunity. I thought he was okay. Thought, there was nerves there. But, that's how he learns. That's how you learn. I'm throwing you in the fire. I say it every day. If you got a jersey on your back, you better be ready because I'll put you in a game. But Caleb is learning. He's a freshman. He's a good kid. He's a hardworking kid, and he's going to be fine.
Kenny, what does building momentum look like for this team right now in terms of just trying to, you know, put things together to go on the conference play?
I think the first thing is competing for longer periods of time. Um, competing together, not just in spurts. Don't get down 22 and then go on a 10-0 run. Um, Play hard every second that you're on the floor. Play together. Make people walk out of the game and say, wow, Louisville is connected. They're not disconnected. They play for each other. They love each other. They fight for each other. Um, and that's hard. It's the last piece of the puzzle. So for me, the momentum is I know that we're capable of beating anybody we play, but I also know that we're capable of losing to anybody we play. Um, and so they have to know that as well. They have to know what makes us good, um, and play that way. We're one of the best teams in the country when we drive the ball and move it and get in the lane and draw fouls and make people fouls and making layups and shooting the ball in rhythm. But we also go through stretches where we settle. And when we settle and we play for ourselves instead of a team, we don't look the same. When we defend and one guy's not doing what he's supposed to do, it breaks down everybody. I want this team to be able to step on the floor every second they're on the floor and play together, and play hard and fight hard, and you're representing Louisville and represent it with a pride.
Yeah, Coach, I know they weren't wins, but when you have performances like you did against Texas or Indiana or Virginia Tech on the road, but then have letdowns like today, do you feel like your team has been playing well with the competition you're playing against, or like what do you attribute maybe the inconsistencies that you guys have had so far this year?
I'll say this again. When I watched the film of DePaul play, I watched a team that could really score the basketball, that played with energy. Um, you take the Texas A&M game. They made 11 threes in the first half. What was it in the second? Um, it was sort of comparable. So I don't just look at, okay, what is the record? When I watch them play and I'm seeing what they're doing and I'm seeing how they can score the ball and how they shoot the three and how they get to the free throw line and how they're good in one-on-one situations, I know they're a dangerous team. And I know that their coach is going to force them to play with a fire. So I prepared our team and talked to our team about exactly what DePaul is. Don't fall for just looking at a record and think you're going to walk in here and just win. That's not going to happen. You're going to have to fight for this win, and they're not going to give it to you. Um, so for me, getting them to understand, from the outside looking in, you look at a one in whatever record from DePaul. But from the inside looking in, you understand this business, you understand that they are capable of beating anybody they play against. And we've had to come in here and respect them. And I thought that we had talked about it enough, but the first half dug us such a hole we couldn't get out.